This is Eric Martin, Report Game Geek. I'm here with John Paul Brizzigotti from Gale Force 9, looking at Doctor Who Time of the Daleks, which is prototype still.
No, it's actually just being finished printing, and will be on its way from Germany in the next week or two.
So these are the finished
No, these are
still...
the show set. We make out the acrylic to make them indestructible. So, so some of these are actual printed, and some, like the planets, they take a lot of abuse over the weekend.
They do.
Yeah.
They do. So you've been demoing this here at Gen Con 50.
We have.
A large table set up here.
Yep.
There's a lot of stuff going on around the table.
There's a lot of stuff going on.
Yes.
So, premise of the game, Daleks are effectively trying to wipe you out of time, and the Doctors, individually or collectively, are trying to defeat that by reaching Gallifrey first with your little TARDISes. Mm-hmm. The Dalek ship will be chasing you down the tracker, and you will be moving backwards or forwards on this tracker depending on the success of you resolving dilemmas at locations.
Okay.
The only point of the board that's fixed is the Earth, which allows you to recuperate when you've had a bad run of luck. There are the 3 locations here allow you to add more equipment, timey-wimey cards, add more companions, or just move the Dalek ship back to give you more time.
Okay.
As you get chased through time, you'll reach time anomalies and added complexity in the game. They're flexible, so depending on how hard you want to play, the first time round you might only put 1. When you really think you know what you're doing, you might put 3 or 4, but you're talking about, tough locations that have time across impact. Okay. So Doctors need to try and resolve those as quickly as possible because they're slowing your ability to succeed as a group.
Okay.
Every Doctor's got a TARDIS. You all start with your Doctor and your core companion. The dice pool is how you're resolving issues. So when planets, locations are put down, you're picking a past or a present. The Doctor would roll the dice. TARDIS comes up. He moves his figure. So Capaldi says he wants to go to the moon past. If the TARDIS comes up, if you get a question mark, the TARDIS knows better, and you pick a random location, so the Doctor's not choosing.
Okay.
You'll then flick over once you're there, and these are the symbols that the success is marked on the outside, the fail is marked here, and then with your dice pool, you will be trying to roll the right number of dice.
Okay.
A Doctor will always start with 4 black. In this case, Capaldi's got a red. Clara gives him a green and a red because she's with the 12th Doctor, and you will be trying to roll the right symbols.
Okay.
Changing dice, re-rolling, depends entirely on the combination of your companions. Here's a good example of, if I can show you those.
Yeah, just move this up right here. So
So that's an example of a trio from the show. So Jenny, Vastra and Strax, who, as well as being individual companions, when they're all together are getting better re-rolls, adding more dice.
Yes.
Now, you're not looking in the companion deck for Earth or alien companions that are specific to you, so Capaldi might have Barbara Wright. But when you look through the deck, if it's one that you already have and you're looking for the partner, so Amy here with Smith, when she goes to Earth, she could find Rory because he's linked, so she can find her husband, and the same with Strax and Jenny. So you might be hunting the perfect combo, or you'll be playing that you've got one from the 1st Doctor, one from the 4th, one from the 6th. All the content is linked to the 4 Doctors that are in here, so locations, dilemmas, the equipment, the timey-wimey, large scarf for the 4th Doctor, the fez for Matt Smith. They're in the base game, and as we add more Doctors and expansions, the first one will be Doctors 5 and 10, you'll get more dilemmas, more locations, more equipment that are linked to their episodes. So you'll be building your Whoverse as you add more Doctors. There'll be
so you would customize the deck to include 4 for each game, or
you could play 5 or 6 player. Okay. You could just have them so that when you get to the regeneration, and you might have to swap who you are mid-game. Okay. So although I'm 12th Doctor in the 4-player set, if regeneration happens, I'm going to go back to 1 will take 5 will go to 10. So you're getting an awful lot of Who content. When you succeed on a location, you're going to get the benefit. If you fail, the location, a Dalek's turned up, they saw you trying to fix the timeline. A Dalek is now making it harder to succeed. It's removing a dice from the pool. The Doctor doesn't have to stay. He can now fly off. But if he succeeded and he leaves, the planet then disappears and you draw more locations. So the board is completely fluid. The only piece that will remain throughout the game is the Earth. As the Daleks appear, once you get to Davros appearing on the table, which is your 6th fail, basically the Daleks have got you in the timeline. So even if you haven't reached Gallifrey, the game is over. But you're chasing each other around. The last component, which is Doctors working semi-cooperatively. The reason it's semi is because you're still trying to win the game as one of the Doctors, so your TARDISes are all chasing each other down the tracker.
Yes.
But there are places where you clearly won't be able to deal with the dice pool, and this one here for Capaldi is a good example. It's 3 red symbols. I had some blue, some green. I'm going to struggle to roll the requisite red. Symbols and the colour are related to the symbols that are going to come up and the better chances.
Okay.
So a generic black dice has got a 1 in 6 for every symbol, but if you want a tactics dice or a fight symbol, a red dice is definitely your choice. Some, like green and blue, don't have certain symbols on them.
Right.
So it's balancing your pool and your crew to succeed.
The different challenges.
If I came across this particular location here with Capaldi, I absolutely will be looking at the table for the Doctor who's got red and say, can I have some help, please? And he can choose to help me, and that's his choice. He says yes from afar, and he can manipulate a single dice, or he says, yep, I'm going to fly to your location, and then we're going to do it together. We now get to split the pool 5 and 3, better chances for rerolls and success. However, should we fail, we pay double the price. So when it says Dalek ship moves forward 2, it's now moving 4 because 2 Doctors together
Still couldn't do it.
Still couldn't do it, and you're causing a break in the timeline. So that thing of helping each other, but also asking for help from people who are probably not ahead of you on the tracker.
Yes.
Because we helped each other, everybody got to move forward, and you've won. This time round, you're the Doctor that was the best. But semi-cooperative, it'll play in about 60 minutes once you know what you're doing, 90 minutes the first time round, and with the added level of complexity for time anomalies, you can make it feel a bit gentler the first few times out, and then add that level of complexity as you go.
Okay. Estimated release?
It's being packed at the moment in Germany, so it should be in the States end of September, first week in October.
Okay. There you go. Thank you, John Paul. It was quite a comprehensive overview. I was watching a demo going on earlier, and UK fans who were playing the game seemed really excited.
Yes.
Just saying, like, this nails everything that they would want out of a Doctor Who game.
Each time we take a new license, you've definitely got the, can we trust you with this one? But as we're accumulating licenses and the fan base is learning now, the Star Trek fans trust us, the Firefly fans have trusted us for the last 5 years. Whovians, from what we're seeing, are happy, and this is the beginning of, it's not like there's a shortage of content for Who or D&D or Star Trek, so we have more to come, but this is the beginning of what will be a long relationship with the Time Lords. So.
All right. Thank you again, John Paul. Doctor Who, Time of the Daleks.